Hey, what's up, YouTube? Thanks for watching the video. This is going to be my 2009 WWE Judgment Day review and full results. If you aren't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and click that yellow button over there. Thank you so much to all of my subscribers that are already subscribed. This Judgment Day pay-per-view, it was a good pay-per-view in my opinion. You know, it had its high points and it also had low points, very low points, but I will get to that. Getting on to the first match tonight, Umaga versus CM Punk. Umaga, he was dominating for most of the match. CM Punk, he had a couple of close comebacks, but it did not amount to anything because Umaga, he hit a couple of power moves at the end and he delivers a Samoan spike to CM Punk to end that match. I give it 3 stars. Umaga was dominating, CM Punk good as usual, so yeah, 3 stars. Second match tonight, ECW Championship match, Christian versus Jack Swagger. Christian ends up retaining his ECW Championship. I give this match 2 3/4 stars, 2.75. I didn't like how the match ended because once again, Christian, you know, he kind of cheats to get the win over Jack Swagger, and yeah, he like rips Jack Swagger's sleeves down and he gets a hold of his tights, gets the 1 2 3 match over with. It was a very good match though, just as every other match that I've seen Christian and Jack Swagger in. Third match of the night, John Morrison versus Shelton Benjamin. This match was the best match of the night. I've give it 3 3/4 stars. John Morrison very impressive in this match, very athletic. Shelton Benjamin the same, but John Morrison, he ended up getting a win in the end. You know what helped him get that win? A 450 splash onto Shelton Benjamin while he was outside the ring. You know, John Morrison just leaps up onto the top rope, bam, 450 splash on Shelton Benjamin. Then he gets back in the ring, and you know, later on in the match, a tilt-a-whirl leg sweep onto Shelton Benjamin. That was very impressive. Then you know, he pops off the top rope trying to jump on Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin catches him like on his neck and delivers like a massive power bomb to the bottom, like the lower turnbuckle. And but John Morrison, he ends up eking out the win in the end with a Starship Pain. It was a very good match. Next, promo by The Miz. He comes out, you know, and he's going back and forth with John Cena. He's saying, you know what, John Cena, I know you're not going to come out, so I'm picking, you know, I'm personally picking your replacement. So he goes after Alfonso Soriano, who's a player for the Chicago Cubs. He totally decimates the Cubs. The crowd was going wild, like totally booing The Miz. It was a promo. It did take up a little time, but it was worth it. The Miz, he was great, excellent tonight. Then Santino comes out. And, you know, he's talking about how all these WWE wrestlers and Vicky Guerrero look like animals and everything. And, yeah, he says The Miz looks like a jackass. Then The Miz goes to attack him. They're fighting and everything. The Miz delivers a DDT, over and done with. It was a very good promo. The Miz was excellent, getting heat from the crowd. Santino, pretty funny. Moving on to the fourth match of the night. Intercontinental Championship match. Rey Mysterio defending his championship against Chris Jericho. Rey Mysterio ends up eking out the win in the end. I give this 3.5 stars. It was a pretty good match. It was fast-paced throughout the whole match. Chris Jericho counters a 619 twice. You know, as we saw on SmackDown, he said, we will see no 619 in this match. He was holding true to his promise of not letting Rey Mysterio do a 619 in this match. So he goes into the walls of Jericho on Rey Mysterio. Rey gets to the ropes, but then Rey delivers a 619 on Chris Jericho. 1 2 3 match over and done with. It was a pretty good match. Like I said, 3.5 stars. Fifth match of the night, WWE Championship, Batista versus Randy Orton. This match totally sucked. This match sucked, and I'm not lying. Like, the match, it was about 12, 13, 14 minutes, somewhere around that. It did not heat up until maybe the 11th minute. Like, it didn't heat up. It was slow throughout the whole match. And, yeah, the only thing, I gave it 1.75 stars is because Ric Flair runs out, you know, after Randy Orton gets disqualified from slapping the ref. You know, he was trying to find every single way out of this match, trying to get counted out, trying to get DQ, but he ends up slapping the referee, so he ends up getting disqualified. So Legacy runs out. They start stomping Batista. Then Ric Flair runs out, gives Batista the save. That's the only reason why I basically gave it a 1.75. But it seems like Ric Flair, he was out of nowhere. You know, WWE just brought him back because they knew that match was going to suck. and it did suck. And seeing as it was the 5th match of the night, and they had 2 matches after that, and now it's the WWE Championship, the so-called Raw brand, you know, that proves that they knew that match was gonna disappoint. Like I said, very slow, worst match of the night. 6th match of the night, John Cena versus the Big Show. I give this 2.5 stars. You know, it was you know, Big Show down. I don't even have to review this match. You guys knew how it. You guys know how it went. Big Show dominated. Cena gets his ass kicked. Hits a 5-knuckle shuffle out of nowhere. He ends up hitting the attitude adjustment match 1, 2, 3 over. But he did try the STF 3 times on the Big Show, failed all 3 times, and I call it the ST fail because that's exactly what he did. He couldn't even wrap his arms like fully around the Big Show. But yeah, that match, it was borderline. No, I'm not gonna say it was bad. It was just an okay match. Final match of the night: Edge versus Jeff Hardy for the World Heavyweight Championship. I will give that match maybe 3.5 stars. That was a pretty good match. It was kind of slow in the beginning. I wasn't really into it. But when Jeff Hardy runs out of the ring, he rips the barricade. Yeah, I think it was Jeff Hardy. He rips the barricade off, or whoever it was. Because I just got done with the match and I didn't finish my notes fully on that match. But yeah, he rips the barricade off of the rips a padding off of the security barricade, and that's when the match started heated up. He jumps on top of security barricade walking, and Edge is on top of the announcer's table. Then Edge just out of nowhere just jumps, does a spear on Jeff Hardy in like mid-air. It was crazy. That's when the match heated up. You know, they get back in the ring. Jeff Hardy delivers a twist of fate to Edge, like while his head is like in between the second and like the middle and the top rope. That was crazy. You know, he goes to get the pin, 1, 2, 1, 2. You know, Edge breaks out. You know, then Jeff Hardy, you know, sets up the steel chair. I mean, the steel steps outside of the ring. You know, he runs, jumps, bam. Him and Edge fly over the barricade. Then Matt Hardy out of nowhere. I had to actually see this on replay because I didn't even see him the first time. He just out of nowhere just comes, bam, knocks Jeff Hardy right in the head with the cast. Jeff Hardy is out for the count, but they end up getting back in the ring. Both of the guys are on the top rope, Edge and Jeff Hardy. Edge then delivers a execution from the top rope. Very sick. 1, 2, 3. Match over and done with. Edge retains his championship. So Edge actually retains a championship at a pay-per-view. Overall, I'll give this pay-per-view probably a 7. Worst match of the night, like I said, was the WWE Championship match, Batista versus Randy Orton. Batista won the match, but you know, he didn't win the WWE Championship. And then I would change my rating for the World Heavyweight Championship match to a 3.75, so that makes it a tie between John Morrison and Shelton Benjamin match and the World Heavyweight Championship match for the best match of the night. That's where I'm going to end my review, and make sure you comment. Let me know what you thought about it. Rate. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. Peace out.